So, welcome back to Healing Point Massage Therapy YouTube channel. My name is Liana and I'm here with you today, Desiree, our registered acupuncturist at Healing Point Massage Therapy. Desiree is going to tell us today about some tips about how we can get the most out of your acupuncture treatment.
There is evidence that acupuncture influences the production of and distribution of a great many neurotransmitters and neuromodulators, and that this in turn alters the perception of pain. David Eisenberg.
Yeah. So, while acupuncture has been practiced in the US since 1800s, it was during the 1970s that the general public became aware of its existence. In 1971, the US Secretary of State Henry Kissinger traveled to China to prepare for an upcoming historical state visit between Richard Nixon and Mao Zedong. So, and then after that, that's the history. Hey, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
How they found about acupuncture. Yeah. So.
All right, and one of my favorite things that a client can ask me is often I get the question after a treatment, what homework do you have for me? It's really cool to have a patient care about their wellness enough that they want to know, first of all, they're investing in their health and wellness. What can they do before the treatment? What can they do during? What can they do after? And what kind of lifestyle modifications they can make so that they get the most out of their acupuncture treatment.
That's what they wanted to help themselves after the treatment, right? Yeah, that's awesome. So I would like to, our listeners would like to ask, is there a time of day when booking an acupuncture that's kind of nice? Like, is there any specific time of day it's good to book your acupuncture treatment?
Yes, so there definitely can be. First of all, it depends what kind of condition we're treating. For example, if we are treating a sleep disorder, insomnia, sometimes clients may benefit from booking later in the evening so that those relaxation benefits can continue instead of having to continue through their workday. When doing fertility or women's health treatments, some women may find it helpful to see their acupuncturist at different points in their cycle, whether it's just prior to menstruation or prior to ovulation or before or after an IVF or IUI treatment. In addition to that, there is also an organ clock in Chinese medicine. So similar to the circadian rhythm that we have in Western medicine, in Chinese medicine, there are 2 hours each day where one organ system works more optimally.
Wow, that's awesome.
So your acupuncturist may end up asking or recommending that you book your treatment in alignment with that so that we can address that organ system.
I didn't know that's important. Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
But ultimately, I would say whatever time works best for you and the time that you can get in is the best time.
The best. Yeah, as long as they come.
Exactly.
And then get their treatment, right? So, can client work out before their acupuncture?
Yes, so movement is always encouraged. We want your chi and your energy to flow. That said, I would recommend nothing too strenuous. Maybe don't go for a very high intensity workout like HIIT right ahead of time.
Before the treatment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that you can't do that, but because acupuncture really restores your body, and that can take a lot out of your body to heal itself. Sometimes we recommend doing nothing too strenuous immediately before or immediately after treatment.
So they can actually get into that rhythm and get into that relaxation state.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's should I eat before my treatment?
Yes, definitely. You should eat before your treatment. Having a light meal or snack is recommended. One of the few side effects of acupuncture is the possibility of fainting. Sometimes that can happen when you have low blood pressure, low blood sugar, or are very nervous about the needles, or have a history of fainting. So if we can just keep your blood sugar levels up, we reduce the risk of that.
Okay, yeah, so that's important. What should I avoid to eat or drink before treatment?
All right, so it is very important to stay hydrated. So we definitely recommend taking in water, but if you could limit the caffeine consumption, I know that's not always possible for everybody. I have some caffeine lovers, but caffeine will stimulate your fight or flight response, that sympathetic nervous system, whereas acupuncture stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system and puts you into that rest or digest state. night. So by consuming a lot of caffeine prior, you're actually undoing some of those benefits. In addition, we recommend that you don't drink alcohol for at least 24 hours prior to your acupuncture treatment.
Yeah, same with getting massage or any other treatment, right? Okay, yeah, so that's good to know. So what are your tips before getting an acupuncture treatment?
So to get the most out of your acupuncture treatment, I would definitely recommend to arrive on time or even a little bit early, just to make sure that you get that full treatment time that was designated for you, and so that you're not feeling rushed or panicked getting to your appointment. I would recommend limiting distractions. I know that's not always possible for everybody, but if you are able to either turn your phone on silent or turn it off, this is time for you to focus on your own health and wellness. So unless you're expecting an important call, which we understand, but we would recommend you set it aside. We recommend that you don't do anything too strenuous before or after your treatment, just because your body's doing a lot more work than it necessarily feels like when you're resting on the table. If your acupuncturist does give any lifestyle advice, whether it's dietary, whether it's some movement, whether it's something for your mental, emotional health, sometimes being cognizant of that can really, really help. You should also be mindful of how you feel between acupuncture appointments. The more information you give us about how you experienced acupuncture, the better, so we can keep modifying and making sure that it's working for you. And I would also recommend trying to schedule in either a massage appointment or an osteopath treatment, just to help encourage those benefits.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really, really great advice from Desiree here. So what are your tips while getting an acupuncture treatment?
So one of the important things is to be honest with your practitioner. It's really important for us to understand what your symptoms are, what you're experiencing. I'm only working off of the information that either you're telling me or that your body is telling me. And so the more information I have, the better. Definitely. I also say try to relax. This time is for you. I know I treat so many people who are busy with work, they're busy with kids, they're busy with small businesses, and this is not the time for them. This is the time to relax and to focus on your own health or well-being. I would also encourage, so while you are lying on the table, that could be 10 to up to 30 minutes for some people. Some things that I recommend to fill that time, because for some people that can be a lot of time to spend on your own, is to try deep breathing, meditation, or some mindfulness practices such as doing a body scan, setting some intentions, or repeating some uplifting mantras.
Yeah, so like how do they do like body scans?
So body scan is just bringing in awareness to different parts of your body.
Yeah, some people are like, how do I do that?
Yeah. So a really great technique for sleep, I wouldn't recommend doing this while the acupuncture needles are in, is sometimes just becoming aware of areas where you are holding tension. Common things would be your eyebrows, your jaw, your shoulders. So using that time to just breathe into it and relax them. When you're not on the treatment table, another thing that you can sometimes do is progressively clench and unclench various parts of your body for relaxation as well.
That's a very good advice. I'll try that. Okay, so how does breathing actually help while getting the acupuncture?
Okay, well, a lot of the way that acupuncture works is by increasing the local circulation to various areas. If you're taking deeper breaths into your lungs, you are increasing the oxygenation of those tissues, which is going to help repair yourself. In addition to that, if we take deeper, slower breaths, we are activating that parasympathetic nervous system that we talked about, that rest or digest, and we allow our body to relax, which can help boost the benefits of acupuncture as well.
And why do I need to communicate while getting the treatment?
So as we mentioned before, communication with your practitioner is absolutely vital. You need to be honest about the circumstances in your life, what may be contributing to some of your illnesses, as well as some of the symptoms that you're experiencing, just so that we can diagnose you accurately. We can understand the etiology and pathogenesis. So pretty much, how did you get to this point? Is your work physically demanding? Do you have a lot of stressors in your life? We live in Canada and it's cold here a lot of the time. So a lot of my patients with joint pain will notice with weather changes. So that's all very, very important in order to create a treatment plan that is customized to you. It's also important to let us know if you are feeling any discomfort during acupuncture or if there's something that you want modified or addressed. Acupuncture is relatively intuitive, but at the same time, I cannot read minds. I need to know what is going on.
What's going on, okay? Yeah, so and why do I need to hydrate after an acupuncture treatment?
Okay, well, in addition to just staying normally hydrated, which is great for bodily functions, acupuncture can help with detoxification, and once some of these toxins may be released from the body's tissues, we need a way for them to exit the body. So drinking more water allows these toxins to be flushed out and to leave your body feeling better and healthier.
Yeah, same thing with when they're getting massage or masseuse. So definitely important to get water, hydrate after treatment. Yeah, so is post-session soreness normal, and what do I need to do to relieve post-session soreness?
Okay, so although many of my patients experience a reduction in symptoms after treatment, it is normal to have some post-soreness after treatment, especially if trigger or motor point needling was done, which can sometimes be a slightly more aggressive style of treatment. If you do experience some post-session soreness, first of all, let your acupuncturist know. They can let you know if this is a normal side effect and what to expect, or if there are some other interventions that should be taken. What I always recommend to help deal with post-session soreness is to listen to your body. If it's asking for rest, let it rest.
Yes.
If you feel like you want to move it, if you want to stretch it, do that as well. I say you should also protect sore areas from the elements. So for example, if you're noticing your shoulder is more sore, maybe make sure to not go out into the sun with it, or if it's really cold, make sure that you are, protecting your neck with a scarf or something like that. As we talked about, stay hydrated and sometimes perform some light stretching or movement into that joint.
So important. I like that you said that listen to their body because it's so important.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah, so that's all the time we have for today, and I want to thank you for tuning in with us today on Healing Point Massage Therapy YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, and if you would like to know more about acupuncture, hit subscribe. And thank you, and see you next time. Bye.